Meanwhile, the budget deadline is nearing, and it is looking like any plan to attack the nation's debt is now dead on arrival to Panera Bread CEO Ron Shaich, who's telling both parties to get cracking on the dough that we owe. But, you know, every time I have you here, you make a lot of sense. You talk about both sides. Come on, guys, just don't, talk the talk, walk it. And they don't. What's the problem?
Well, it's interesting. I think they're actually beginning to hear it. You have a small budget agreement that's looming.
Teeny.
Yeah,
teeny.
Very tiny. But still, they're understanding they cannot go back to the fiscal crisis. We cannot get ourselves in that position, and they're feeling the pressure.
So they avoid that, but they come through with no broad budget agreement on entitlements or dressing in. They kick that proverbial can down the road. For a guy who's looking at long-term getting our act together, that's got to be disconcerting.
Oh, it absolutely is. Here's the point. We have to take small steps, and we have to demand of ourselves, not of them, but of ourselves, that we don't accept this politics of blame, the politics of kicking the can down the street. We have to hold them accountable, and ultimately, that's why you're seeing the kind of agreement that you're seeing as a first step. I would argue, the group that I'm involved with, No Labels, nolabels.org, is arguing we need a national strategy. We need to come together as Clinton and Gingrich did. We need to come together as Reagan and O'Neill did. And we need to...
Maybe that's just not possible with this gang in Washington now. You need a whole new gang.
You know, Neil, you're right. And if it's not possible, we need to demand change and we need to vote them out. Because this is not serving the country. As a businessman, I know competitive position is everything. And without
what do you care? You're making money hand over fist.
Well, I care because I'm a citizen. I care because
you know what I'm saying? Like, if in that environment where Washington has slowed its spending down, it's still spending a lot, but it's sort of Republicans like to say, look what we've done. We've actually slowed that momentum. And guys like Panera are on fire as a result.
Yeah, well, we live in great uncertainty. We live in times when many companies are afraid to make investments. We live in uncertainty where we have millions of our citizens that are looking for jobs. This is, 83% of Americans are concerned that our best times are behind us. These are serious, serious times, and we need to confront that, and we need to figure out how we compete in the world. We cannot operate in a world in which many of the nation states we compete with have multi-decade plans, and we can't get ourselves together for the next quarter.